Flies have an extraordinary ability to get out of the way to avoid being squashed, which can be very irritating for us, but actually it's rather impressive. And it's down to some clever biology. Like many insects, flies have tiny hairs that can detect air movement, and this helps these high-performance insects sense what's coming towards the fly. Their little hairs can detect this change in air pressure before the swat hits, so it gives the fly a little more time to react. And this is the case for a rolled up newspaper, your hands, your slipper, or any other solid object. That's why a fly swat usually has holes in it, to let most of the air through. But it can still be pretty tricky to swat a fly, even with a proper fly swat, because they can see you coming. Flies don't just have 2 eyes, they have thousands, and they're tiny. At about 0.02 of a millimetre wide, they're best seen under a microscope. These eyes cluster together to form what is known as a compound eye, and this bulbous compound eye protrudes from the head, so the fly has almost 360-degree vision. But seeing and feeling the swat coming won't save the fly unless it's able to process that information quickly enough to get out of the way, and that's where its special skills come in. Recent research has discovered that smaller organisms with a faster metabolism are able to see and process more information per second than larger animals. Scientists tested different species by looking at how fast a light has to flash before it's perceived as a constant light. This light bulb is actually flickering. It's turning on and off at 100 times a second, and that's so fast that the human eye perceives it as a steady, constant light. As we slow it down, we can see what the fly sees, a pulsing light. Remarkably, the humble fly can detect a flicker up to 7 times faster than humans. There are many theories about how they do this. One suggests that flies invest a large part of their brain's processing powers in seeing movement. This means flies effectively see the world in slow motion. And with everything happening more slowly, they have more than enough time to avoid a fly swat. So that's why they're so hard to swat. And knowing all this, just how do you squash one? Well, don't ask me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.